So the next speaker will be from Yokogawa, Mr. Mark Hammer, lead for Open Readiness Center, Yokogawa, and he'll be speaking on Yokogawa's approach to OPA. Please welcome him on the stage.
Well, good. I guess I'm a little taller here. Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me all. I have about 7 minutes, so let me keep this nice and short on that side of it. And I would like to thank Exxon and Reliance for allowing Yokogawa to help them with their OPA systems and being their systems integrator for that. So it's been a great learning opportunity, and for some of us that have been in the controls industry, it's been a transition. And as we learn about the technology, we become more comfortable. And for me, you know, kind of like what Ravi was saying about close to that retirement thing, we've been doing this a long time. And that journey to accepting this new IT-based, software-defined, was very skeptical at first, but in the last 4 years, I've really come to appreciate Exxon's vision on that. I guess I have the slide thing here. So where's Yokogawa today? What's our approach right now? Kind of multi-level, right? So first of all, it is core technologies. So what you'll find out and what you see is the OPA servers, the serving of that the OCF model in there. That's core to what we're doing. How we implement the standards, how we supply those software, that's part of the core technologies that all our systems are using today. Obviously, Yokogawa is a systems integrator. So we're bringing our abilities to take third-party packages, put them in a panel, connect it up, do the security, do all of those pieces that a systems integrator should do, right, to make sure it's a good system. And we do that all the time. But when you go from a Yokogawa system to a third party, there's lots of different things. How do you support it? How do you do this? If there's a problem, who do you call? Right? So we've had a lot of lessons learned about the integration of all these third-party technologies, particularly since if you use like a stalled DCN, it's not just a stalled DCN, it's a stalled DCN with a Yokogawa Redfish server and a Yokogawa OPA server. So when there's an issue, who do you call? And so it becomes a very collaborative environment. It's the same thing with the Schneider Electric software that we built, right? We're using their soft EPAC, but our CIFB engine and our function blocks and our OPA server. So if the data doesn't move correctly, who do you call? So it's been a great teamwork, a great collaboration that we've really built in the systems integration community to do these OPA systems. And then obviously total support. As people have learned about OPA, there's a lot of software packages. How do you support them? How do you stay cyber secure? How do you keep the updates? All of that stuff. And so there is a support mechanism behind it. So like for the ExxonMobil system for Lighthouse, which we just went through a major update on, we have a complete validation system that emulates what they have on site. So we're actually able to say, okay, here's version 1.02. What's the update? How do you do that? What's the exact steps? And the other thing, we use it for training. Some of the new systems engineers that they're training on OPA technologies came over, and we were able to validate the steps and processes. And so when we get to site, it's the same. So some of these things we're learning about, to Whit's point, it's serial number one. And we have to develop all of these processes and technologies. And so, you know, Reliance is going after phase 3 or phase 2, and other people have talked about, what do we do next? Pick a plant. Do a small plant. How you buy it changes, the specifications you use, how you test it, how you integrate it. All of those things have to be learned, okay? And the only way you do it in your environment is to do it yourself, right? So those are a lot of things we've really been looking at, from how to support, how to integrate. And we're here to promote this in the community. So, where are we at kind of from a core software standpoint? Global Discovery Server with Alias. So that's one of the key tools in OPA to make sure that the data model is distributed. How does everybody know where all the data is? You look at the tag names on these things, and all of a sudden you get into say, oh, that's 15 or 30 characters. No, we want it 5 or 8 or 16. OPA with alarming. There's some really interesting things about OPA technology and where alarming goes. We've actually put the alarm server in the OPA. Redfish server, function blocks, and then the EAE stuff. So these are released products. We have 1.01 out. We have 1.02 coming out in the end of October. We'll have some of that stuff. And by the way, the security stuff is being updated as well. So a lot of the new standards that Ravi talked about, they're actually already implemented. We cleared a number of the security stuff for ExxonMobil. And when you work with a company like ExxonMobil, their security requirements are really high. And so getting there was great. And so we've been able to do role-based access and all of these things that from a software-defined system where we want to embed security from the bottom is really good. On the other side, OPA systems are still a little bit complex. There's alarm parameters. How do you do that? How do you do I/O configuration? Sunita talked about one of the challenges is how do you do configuration between Stahl and Phoenix and Yokogawa? How do you get from function blocks to your HMI? It's generic. Before it was your DCS and it just magically happened. Well, today we have to make it magically happen, but with multiple tools. We use our CI view for alarming, right, in a lot of cases. We have templates for that application. So these are some of the things. But then I think the biggest fun or challenge we've had is Watcher and how you'd use a single pane of glass. So how do you take all of these devices and say, hey, Mr. Operator, Mr. Maintenance Person, here's one screen you can use to see the performance of your system. Are you talking? Are you secure? Are all your I/O working? What are your diagnostics? Are your applications running? What's your hard drives doing? What's your memory doing? All of that stuff we can present in the Watcher, stuff like that. So anyway, that's where we're at today. A lot of great tools, a lot of great learnings, and looking forward to more challenges out there. So I appreciate it. Thank you.